Hey everybody. My last video out here, I did a silent video, no talking, and showed you how I was sowing these different trays with some fall and winter crops. And someone asked me if I was doing that because I expected a better yield or what the reasoning might be. And really, I'm trying something new, and also I still need to actually prepare the ground where these are going to go. I want to plant these in the grape arbor, but the location under the arbor, the ground needs to be ready and prepared for that. The soil that is there right now is really just red fill dirt, and the grass has come up through it. And I want to be able to give these plants a shot. If I were to just try to put direct seed in there right now, the grass would not allow enough light to get down there and they would never even germinate. So I need to go prepare that area and make it so that it's not going to get choked out by the grass later. And in the meantime, I thought I would go ahead and try to get them prepared over here. So I'm really trying to get a head start on the game because I know it's going to be a week or two before I get to work on that. And so I thought, why not get the seeds ready so that I don't lose the time. I still have a lot of time. I actually just found out, get this, the USDA readjusted their hardiness zone back in 2012, and I just learned that today in 2014, and found out that I'm no longer in zone 7. I am firmly inside of zone 8. So I guess that's good. It lets me realize I have a little bit more growing time coming into the fall. So I've got the time, and I'm still going to direct sow some seeds over there once I have the soil prepared, but wanted to get the seedlings started ahead. So now I've come through here and decided to thin out some of these seedlings. I know they're not really very far developed yet, but I want to keep close control over this because I've had a problem in the past where it's gotten away from me and it became more difficult to thin them out. So I'm going to risk that the one that I chose is not going to fully develop and just run with it. In the video where I showed you that I was sowing these seeds, I also showed you that there was a container of old used water bottles that I did not show you what I sowed in them. And so now I'll bring you in on what I'm doing here. I want to start a whole bunch of trees, and I'm going to start 3 different varieties. And I know some people are going to turn their nose up at some of these trees because they're considered invasive. But I have specific intentions for them, and I understand that they're invasive, so I plan to manage them that way. 2 of them are nitrogen fixing crops that are also used for bee forage, specifically black locust, which is used highly for nectar for bees and has many other purposes, as well as what we term here mimosa or Albizia julibrissin. And it is also a nitrogen fixer, makes a beautiful fan of pink flower. Others might know it as a Persian silk. And the last one that I want to do really strictly is for beauty. And I know that's not very permaculture, but you know what? That's what it is. And that is the eastern redbud. And I'm sure there's other uses for it that I haven't really investigated, but I know my wife loves it, and I can put a couple of them around the property. With 7 acres, I can afford to have a couple that aren't strictly going to be food producing or nitrogen fixing. So, with that said, that's what's going on here, and as I start working on the arbor and actually planting these, I'll be sure to bring you along. Thank you all for watching. We'll see you next time.